Welcome to Points West this Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us. Our main story tonight, more help for businesses. Will the government's plans to help firms and pubs across the West stop employers calling time on job losses?
We will adapt as much as we possibly can and make the best of that, as we always do, and our team's fantastic. But I'm in no doubt this is going to make life quite a bit more challenging for us between now and spring next year.
We'll be out on the town on the first night they have to close at 10. Good evening. Pub and restaurant owners across the West are tonight questioning whether the government's new rescue scheme can help save thousands of jobs. Today, the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, announced new measures to help companies hit by the pandemic. From November, furlough will end and a new part-time work scheme will begin. But will it be enough to help the hospitality industry struggling with new restrictions which start tonight? Well, our business correspondent Dave Harvey is in Bristol city centre for us now. Dave.
Good evening, Alex, on what is, by any stretch, a huge day, another huge day in this coronavirus saga. And I have to say that pubs, bars and restaurants in Bristol city centre and across the West Country are really centre stage. Because, as you say, tonight, not only do they have to keep their customers further apart, now they have to shut an hour earlier or 2 hours earlier at 10 o'clock. Less time, of course, to make any money. So the Chancellor clearly had them in mind when he made his big announcements today. First, a VAT cut. The VAT cut from 20% to 5% already applying to food and drink in pubs and bars and restaurants. That will be extended not from January but all the way out till March. But then a controversial new scheme to support the wages of people in part-time work. And as I've been finding out, that has really got them scratching their heads.
We've always understood our role and our responsibility to assist the government and assist the South West in controlling the virus. But yes, this will make for a pretty challenging autumn and winter, I think.
It seems a world away from Westminster, the comfort of a Somerset pub. But of course, everything is touched by this virus. So move around inside a lovely Somerset pub like this, you've got to keep your mask on. But find a seat by a table, preferably by a nice fire if you can, and then you can settle down, masks off with your friends. Of course, you get your phone out to order on the app. Thank you very much. No plastic screens here. People are protected by old window panels, and it's a happy, rustic atmosphere. But there are fewer people, especially on busy weekend nights. So today, the Chancellor offered a new scheme to, well, help out.
The government will directly support the wages of people in work.
If there's only enough work for a third of someone's normal hours, the government will help, adding another fifth of their wages and asking the employer to do the same, leaving staff with over 3/4 of their normal pay. But do the maths add up for employers?
There seems to be very little common sense applied to this. I don't think anybody would understand why it would make sense for an employer to be paying a colleague over half of their normal wages for working a third of their normal hours. That seems a very strange thing to ask us to do.
Tonight, as the small print is published, many other bosses are also scratching their heads.